Ladies and gentlemen, with the plethora of random examples by random gurus who cherry pick things, finding confidence these days are very hard. In fact, on Wall Street, we are told that in order to garner confidence, we must just push forward. Even if we are scared to leap forward, we must close our eyes, leap forward, and pray that we don't come crashing down below. That is not how trading is actually supposed to be. It is a lie, it is a cherry pick scam, and it's meant to actually artificially induce confidence in somebody who really shouldn't have it. You see, there are drugs that were used throughout time that raises a person's confidence and will usually get the person into a deadly situation. The same is being done by gurus on Wall Street when they show you charts and try to actually analyze and break down what a chart looks like. They'll show you lulls, they'll show you highs, they'll show you ebbs, they'll show you flows, they'll show you made up charts, they'll show you a chart which they handpicked. And that is actually why it's all BS. In fact, what these gurus should be being asked is if you simply took your strategies on every single chart pattern that you are focused on today, winners and losers, how would you do? Of course, they won't show you that because it's easier to paint an image of invincibility. As somebody who's been running videos, trading rooms, videos, not videos, but trading rooms for going on 13 years now, for somebody who has been doing it for that long, I have seen every little trick, smoke and mirror, and every single game inside the book. There are a lot of things that gurus like us do that hurt you unbeknownst to your awareness. I will show you that, but more importantly, I want to give you a free strategy today. This free strategy is something that works now, which you could apply to every single one of my names and achieve an absolutely phenomenal hit rate. Right now, the strategy on which I am showing you is actually 82% effective as of April 1st of this year. Now, why is that important? It is important because you need to know that when you walk in on Monday, that you can have a strategy that is very likely to work now. Not only is this strategy very likely to work now, it's 82% effective. If you take 10 names, you should have a potential opportunity to make money in 8 of them, at least, right? That's the problem, again, with Wall Street and people sharing their famous patterns. What they do is they like to pin a P&L in which they once accomplished a long, long time ago. They don't like to talk about the reality of the situation now, and they don't like to evolve and share strategies that are actually working now because they like to live on the remnants of the past. In order to be a consistently profitable trader, you actually always have to evolve. I really hope at this point, if you are watching this video, that you don't really believe there's one strategy that you could apply over and over again for the rest of your life and make a consistent income. It's a beautiful dream. It's a beautiful sales pitch. And most traders, unfortunately, are taken advantage of when they are pitched this. The truth is, strategies have to keep evolving. They have to keep changing. If there was one strategy that worked, everybody would run a black box, everybody would have that one strategy plugged in, and they would do it over and over and produce a consistent income. But everything has to be tweaked, everything has to be changed based on the current environment. So instead of coming out and with these gurus and saying, I've been working hundreds of hours over the past few weeks, staying up at night looking for strategies, they're comfortable with a simple marketing plan behind them to sit back and collect revenues with the spinning door effect of traders entering in, spinning door in the middle, and the same number of traders entering out, and you just keep the marketing in with traders coming in, and about a little over 98% of those people come in are leaving. And that is the entire marketing scheme. And of course, then you have the trading rooms who need to change names because they were obviously an absolute failure at one point. So they have a new name, a new marketing brand to make them look fresh and new. But really, when you go inside and you give it the sniff test, It smells like my 1-year-old son's diaper after you smell it. It smells the same every time. It smells like crap every single time. Even if I buy him a Huggies diaper or a Disney diaper, or maybe he has Donald Ducks all over his diaper. You lift the diaper to see what's under the hood. You give it the old sniff test, and it smells the same every single time. But what if? Now, let me ask you, what if for a second there was a group of people that were looking for evolved strategies every single time, not cherry picked, based off every single name that they share with you in the pre-market every morning? Not a BS scan that takes 100 names and then they say, well, yeah, the strategy worked. Let me see at the end of the day on this one. Let's see, it worked on that one. Hindsight is 2020, as is the year. And I implore you to actually look for something that is real and why the Newsbeat Live Room is T3 Live's #1 trading room, period. Trading room destination, members. I would bet money on positive feedback. I don't read other people's emails, but what do I know, right? So I'm going to share with you a tweet we offered you 9:06 a.m. on May 8th. This is Eastern Standard. Might be hard to see there. And this is exclusive for Newsbeat Live members. You don't have to pay for the Twitter service. We give you everything included. And we're also going to give you a free week to follow these trades. And I'm going to show you a strategy that works now. If you're sitting here tapping your wrist looking for some clown to come out and show you a breakdown of an old chart and how it worked, so we're in a new environment. The market evolved. Honestly, what is that person going to do next? Sell you a horse and carriage? Sharpen your sword over at the blacksmith? Maybe open a shoe repair shop because we know how valuable shoes are and they're unreplaceable. Evolve, ladies and gentlemen. So for the examples today, I'm going to cherry pick, just joking. I'm going to show you every single name that we are looking at on Friday. And if you took every single name that we are watching since April 1st, which is more important than 5 years, people also are like, why would you look at your results based on the past month and a half, for example? Wouldn't it be more important to go back 1 or 2 years? And the answer is no, because the market is nowhere near the same now as it was 3 months ago, 2 months ago. Does anybody really deny that? If you do, you're on a different planet. And, greetings, Earthlings. And no, you want to speak, take me to your leader? I mean, what are you going to say next? If you're not watching the market and you're not fully ingrained, you're not going to understand. A back test of a month and a half is more important than a back test of 15 months. Don't be delusional. What worked yesterday is more important than what worked over the past 50 years. What if you had a strategy that worked 75% over the past 50 years, but in the past 6 months it's been working 30%? Are you going to want to go and apply that strategy tomorrow? Worked over the past 50 years. You're going to be like, no. But what if I told you there was a strategy working 82% over the past month and a half? Would you want to do that strategy tomorrow? And if your answer is yes, I got a special treat for you. It worked on a lot more names we were focusing on, but to remain completely straightforward, unbiased, um, no smoke and mirrors, no scam, no BS, no let me pump seven-figure P&Ls on the screen. Let me show you a Ferrari I don't own. Let me show you a plane that I don't own. If you want to watch that, please go elsewhere. But if you want to know a strategy that can help make you consistent money, I believe you found the right place, and I'm going to deliver this value to you right now. So we're going to focus on these four names. Why? Because these are the four names that I gave on Friday, May 8th, 2020. Period. That's it. If you want to go through the other names in the week, you could join the Newsbeat live room and look. Guess what? They worked even better on the other names. So you do the math. You do whatever you want. So we're going to start off with Uber Long, and we're going to show you a 15-minute candidate reversal strategy. The screen's going to go black for a second. Just wait. Nothing is wrong with your TV, iPad, computer. There we go. There we go. And before I show you this video, of course, I need you to just pause and literally just, you know, read the disclaimer because, you know, people are jerks and you have to handhold people like they're 2-year-olds. You have to handhold them like they're 2-year-olds. So please read that. And here is the psychological benefit of what I'm going to show you because everything needs psychological benefits. Yes, averaging down 10 times on a trade will more likely get you to break even or better on every single trade you ever do. But the one time it doesn't, you blow up your account. Strategies need to not only be consistent, they need to have a positive psychological profile. So looking right here, this strategy that I'm about to show you prevents overtrading. It's slow and easy and defined. It offers confirmation. It allows you to identify risk versus your stop 100% of the time. It allows you to focus on as little as one name. And most importantly, as well, it's psychologically fortifying, meaning that once you get good with the strategy, you're going to have a very easy time sizing up. You're going to have a very easy time sizing up. You're not going to be afraid. Like you know what I tell people when they tell me, Mark, I'm making money. I'm making money. I still don't feel comfortable sizing up, and it's like because you're probably in the 43.57 paradigm, which every other room on Wall Street puts you in. They'll put you in a situation where you're going to be batting between 43 and 57%. You cannot garner confidence like that. If you have a coin flip, let's say you make money half the time, and you have a coin flip, how are you going to size up? How are you going to size up? How are you going to decide which coin flip is the one where you dump shares in? But if you're making money 70, 75, 80, 82% of the time, which I'm about to show you, you're going to be very confident. Your results will speak for your confidence. Confidence is something like trust that has to be earned. Confidence is something that is not given, it is not bestowed upon, it is actually built from the ground up yourself. What I plan on doing is showing you and giving you and offering you all the tools that you need for absolutely free. I'm not pitching you to build this structure of confidence for yourself and change your life forever right now with one video. That is my goal. Whether I accomplish that or not, I know I'm going to accomplish it for several of you. There's going to be people who are sitting here who just want me to just spit out names that I like, bullish or bearish. They're like trade junkies. They're like, tapping the vein. They're like, oh, well, what's the next thing? If you're one of those, again, you're not going to get that here. So we're going to share with you the new version of the 15-minute candidate reversal strategy. I'm going to show you exactly how easy this strategy is and how you can easily make money. First step, you choose a name on the Newsbeat Live Focus list. Now, why am I saying that? Am I saying that because you need to be part of my room? No, because I pick names very carefully. I'm not one of those people out there on Wall Street who throw a scan in, who trade, oh, look, I trade well, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to run a scan, and 98% of you are going to fail. There's no consistency. I'm Batman. Let me bring in Robin after I'm done. He's going to have some trades for you. And then we'll bring in the Joker. Oh, is that Harlequin? Oh, let's bring her in too. Well, so much value. 4 people shouting 50% ideas at you. Wow. 5 people doing it. Now 6. You know what? Maybe I'll hire the Barnum and Bailey circus behind me, and we'll fool you into thinking that we're bringing you value. You choose a name on the Newsbeat Live Focus list because I do deep pre-market research. I research everything: the fundamentals, the sector, the news flow, the analyst, the timing. Everything goes into the equation to pick up the names in which I am offering you every single day. So when I give you these 4 names, I'm pretty much saying, well, which one would you be comfortable trading with? I could understand people maybe not so comfortable with Tesla. Maybe people aren't so comfortable with Roku, which we called short um, for the intraday trading. Apple long, Uber long. Did I mention that you also get our earnings list? I think it's a pretty tough earnings season so far. I'm blessed that our picks are ahead so far. We're ahead of the game. We're doing well. But if I ever don't do well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how well I did last month. So I sleep well at night thinking that I'm doing a good job for you today. Does that sound familiar? I'm going to show you strategies that work that you could apply to every single name that I give you every day. No guessing, no trying to figure out which one is better or worse. Honesty, transparency, realness, no pitchy pitchy, no swipey swipey your credit card. Otherwise, that's the only way I'm going to be your friend. And once you swipey swipey, then we no longer talky talky until it's time to renew again. Does that sound familiar too? Can any of you bring up somebody who sounds like that? Oh, everyone else? That's what I thought. Let's go ahead and begin. You choose a name on the Newsbeat Live Focus list. I just explained to you why I'm giving you a free week of my room right now. So don't worry, this is going to cost you nothing initially. Step 2, you wait for the first 15-minute bar to close, which is 9:45 a.m. Eastern Standard. You add an 8 EMA and a 21 EMA on a 15-minute chart. You add that to your chart, and you have to just make sure they didn't test on the first candlestick. So by 9:45, you should have not touched them. Afterwards, when one of these moving averages hit, when one of the stocks actually hit any one of those moving averages, the 8 and or 21, you simply buy through the next time a prior 5-minute high breaks, and you set a stop at the bottom of the 5-minute bar you chose, and it's 82% effective. Don't worry, pictures speak louder than words. I know I went a little fast through there, which is why I'm going to break it down and make it as easy as possible. And I'm going to show you Uber. And again, if you're wondering why I'm picking these names, it's not because I pre-designated them. You could use every name we've given in the past month and a half. You'll see the same results. I'm just using Friday as an example, and I'm just going to give you 4 examples, which is Uber, Roku, Apple, and Tesla. Simple. Uber and Roku would be a little higher conviction because those are the Newsbeat names. Then we also have the volume names, which are secondary conviction, but I don't want to sugarcoat anything, and I just want to show it to you. So let's start with Uber here, and they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. I disagree. I think a picture is worth 1,000,000 words. And I believe if that you make it to the end of this video right now, your trading is going to change for the better for the rest of your life. That is what I believe. I believe that with every ounce of my being. Believe me, I could spend time with my kids now before Mother's Day, and I'm here trying to ensure that you can make money so you could continue to have many happy Mother's Days. All right, so the yellow line over here, on the left you see this is a 15-minute chart. 15-minute chart. 15-minute chart. And the one on the right is simply a 5-minute chart. Okay, so I have the two charts next to each other. So step 1, very simple. We're choosing a Newsbeat name. Step 2, we're waiting for the first 15-minute bar to close. That happened right over here. This is on the right is the fifth. This is the first 15-minute bar. Notice it didn't touch the yellow or blue line over here. The yellow and blue line is the exponential 8 and 21 accordingly. These are the two moving averages, and you just have to simply wait till it hits. So none of them hit on it didn't hit on the first candle, as you can see. Right over here, this first 15-minute candle didn't hit it. And you're just basically waiting for it to hit, which actually happens for the first time right over there. Don't worry, I don't have a team behind me doing these charts, so I'm making them just very simple, and I want to do them with you in real time because I think it'll help you understand as I draw them out, as opposed to having them quote unquote ready for you and just having all the information and having you be confused. So it hits right there for the first time. Just to show you, right over here, the 15-minute moving average right here is at 31.79. So as soon as Uber breaks 31.79, you're going to buy as the next 5-minute bar breaks through. And again, not giving stock picks, investment advice, just showing you how I like to do a strategy here. So if you see on the left side, it pretty much highlights 3 candles. 3 candles are in there, which are 3 5-minute candles, which represents one 15-minute candle, right? So as soon as it breaks, look what happens right over here. As soon as it breaks right here, you're basically waiting for the next 5-minute top that breaks through. And that, I'm going to just zoom in for you so you can see it easier. It actually, right over here on the 15-minute, this is the first time the 15-minute test. First time the 15-minute 8 EMA tested. The exponential 8 moving average. We're going to lower that font to something viewable. That's the first time so this is a 5-minute chart, as you can see, but right over here where it hit on the right side, I'm translating it on the 5-minute side. You see? So it's not that confusing. So when it hit there on the 15-minute, you basically stop using the 15-minute chart. As soon as this 15-minute chart here, you only look at the 5-minute chart because that's going to be your entry. Okay? So it hits right over here. And then what you're simply waiting for is you're waiting for a break-in of the 5-minute chart. And the beautiful thing about this strategy is this was actually brought up to me by a Newsbeat member. I actually didn't, I made the strategy up, yes, but I didn't actually tweak it. So right over there, you see this green candle that goes through? You're buying through there with a stop right over here. So this is your entry. And right over here is your stop. Okay? That's your entry and stop on Uber, utilizing this Newsbeat strategy, let's call it. So to show you on the chart what it actually looks like when you're buying Uber right here through 31.97 with a 31.78 stop. You're buying it on this green candle. When it breaks 31.97, you have a 19-cent risk on Uber. Now, I know what some of you are looking at. You're looking like, wow, that's amazing. You know, it exploded and kept running up. You might be sitting here wondering, where's the target? For the most people, targets don't work. Why? Because people are usually not going to be able to look at their screen, see a green P&L that's very large, and try to hope it becomes larger and larger and larger. There are people who can do that. Most people cannot. So whether you can or can't do it, the beautiful thing about this strategy, it's for you because there is no wrong place to sell. There is no, I don't care where over here that you decided to sell. I don't care where. Where do you want to sell? You tell me. Where do you want to sell? I could care less. That's true value. Why? Because I don't know what type of trader you are. Are you suffering psychological toxicity? Are you trying to build back losses? Are you just trying to make your little $900,000 a day average and you could just scalp out? Where are you in life as a trader? You're all individuals, and I absolutely refuse to be like any of the other scumbags out there who try to put you inside a bucket and pretend that you are not an individual when you are. How's that? Is that a good enough answer? Do you like that? Or am I supposed to tell you that you need a 2-to-1, 3-to-1, 4-to-1, 5-to-1 target? Do you want me to hear that? Do you want me to, put garbage in your ear? You want me to do that? You want me to lie to you like everyone else? Yeah? And pretend it works? And show you examples that it works on? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Sell anywhere. You make 20 cents, 30 cents, 40 cents, 50 cents, a dollar on this trade, you're sleeping well at night. I pray that you make 25 cents on a trade that ran up $2. I pray that you come to me afterwards and you're like, Mark, I only made a quarter. How do I let my winners ride? And da 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 da. I have that conversation with hundreds of people every single day. You know what I tell them? What do I tell them, Newsbeat Live members watching? I tell them all the same thing. I tell them I absolutely pray in life that all your problems in trading are you making 25 cents when the stock runs up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, $7 without you. And some people are good at catching that. Don't get me wrong. There are people who do that. But if that's your number one problem, you're in the right place and you're on the right track. And then we could talk about how to get to the next steps. That's fine. But we're talking about building a foundation of confidence. I'm not talking about maximizing your winners and minimizing your losers. Doesn't that always sound nice when they say that? More lies that you are fed. Oh, yeah, look, I could risk 2 cents here. And if I refuse to take my profit forever, and coincidentally, this is the one trade that keeps running, yeah, I risked one and made 200. Wow. I risked 2 cents and made $1. I made 50 to 1. Wow. Wow, look, there's unicorns and rainbows and this strategy is for people who want to make money, don't want to hear any of the nonsense, don't want to pretend that trading has to be a lot more complex than it is. You probably wasted tens of thousands of dollars on education. And you know what we're doing? We are spending our weekends with you at night doing something that is absolutely amazing. And I'm going to show you the other examples of the strategy. I'm positive I'll find a point where this strategy fails. You know, unlike other gurus who could only boast about something and they'll only show you a loser when it's convenient for them or if they had a very big day. You know those people? You know what I'm talking about? So what I actually want to do is as you're actually going to be doing these strategies potentially, I can't tell you to buy or sell a security. You read the disclaimer, and I would never do so. I just want to show you something that came in right now. I just took a screenshot of it that came in 7 hours ago. Okay, read this. Mark, you, my friend, are one of a kind. This is after a 2.5 hour video I did yesterday. Not talking about all the members, not the thousands of emails I've gotten with member success, only talking about the traders who are struggling and addressing their problems. Listen to this email that just came in 7 hours ago. You, my friend, are one of a kind, and I'm glad I found you. Your wisdom in breaking down challenged traders' issues is incredible. I'm sorry I missed your live broadcast. I would have liked to contribute to your message. Came in 12:31 p.m. today. I've been focused on only your watch list every day this month, and I've used your 5 minute know your limit 2100 pivot points, yet I've still struggled. But now, after your message, it's clear to me what tweaks I need to make to finish strong for this month and the months to follow. Stop trading. Look, he already has his answers for himself. Look what he figured out. Stop trading widespread names now. Off limit to me. Tesla, Zoom, Nvidia. Follow the 1 minute exit strategy with market orders. My biggest problem. He just solved it. Stop trading airlines. Only use put strategies and names you're shorting at the time. My basis has been bearish since March, and most of my losses come from shorts. I can't tell you how much your guidance truly means to me. I've spent tens of thousands of dollars on subscriptions over the last 10 years, and from my experience, there is no one out there is no one like you out there. There is no one like you out there. Keep up the great work. It's truly appreciated. If there is anything I can ever do for you, just ask. I've gotten a lot of those emails similar to that, and I just use that as an example because after you start trying these strategies, we're still here for you. I'm not going to nickel and dime. I have the largest room here in T3. I could snap my fingers, make a new course, and half of you to 70% of you are going to gobble it up and spend the money. You know what I do? As part of my service, I evolve you for free. I spend time with you. I help you, and I get you to the next level. When was the last time a service under promised and over delivered for you? When was the last time that happened for you on Wall Street? What if I do well enough as a trader where I could give a crap about nickel and diming you and I just want to create the largest profitable, consistently profitable community on Wall Street? What if that was my goal? What if? What if? Let's imagine, right? Back to the strategy. You could also do it on the 21 moving average if this blue line hits and rinse repeat. In this case, Uber was not able to do it. Uber did not hit the 15-minute blue line. So you simply, if the line doesn't hit, you simply move on to the next stock. And the next stock on my list is Roku short. I'm positive one of these strategies are not going to work. I'm pretty positive. I mean, the odds are it'll happen, but I figured I'd go with you with with along with you together. Cat got my tongue. Roku short, so we're looking to short Roku here. We're waiting for, this is the 15-minute chart. So we're only focused on the 15-minute chart now. Look, this is the 15-minute chart. Goes up, hits right over here. Notice it hits at 133.07 on the 15-minute exponential 8 for the first time. As soon as that happens, we are done with the 15-minute chart. It might be hard to see in the top left, but that yellow line is 133.07. You wait for that level to hit on the 5-minute. Now on the 5-minute, it breaks 133.07 right here on this 5-minute candle for the first time. It hits right over there, and that's when you have to start looking for your short. You're going to short the next time a 5-minute chart breaks down. So again, right now I'm on the 5-minute chart. The stock broke 133.07, and let's draw on it together. So like pretty much right here is the 133.07, right by there. Hits that level, but right over here is where you short it. Right over there. So that's going to be your entry, and I'll just draw it for you because it's going to be on this red bar right over here. You're just waiting for the next time a low of a prior 5-minute bar breaks down, which is on the red bar because it broke. You could see the low right there. I'll just move my mug up here. You could see this 5-minute bar broke right over here. See that? See that, how it broke the prior low? That's where you're buying puts slash shorting slash whatever. And of course, your stop loss in this case would be here. And again, you are dealing with Roku on earnings. It's super duper volatile. If you're uncomfortable with that and you're more comfortable with an Uber, which is a lot tighter, cheaper, by all means, you're all individuals. You're not forced to trade any certain names. So this would be obviously your entry. Make that in yellow. And the red line would be your exit. And let's, or X stop, whatever, call it exit, stop, doesn't matter, same thing. And that would be your stop or your exit. Now I know what you're thinking, and I'm going to answer you the same way again, and I'm going to be consistent in the way I talk. I'm not going to sugarcoat and be like, oh, look what happened when it broke up. You could have just rolled that thing for like $50. Does that sound familiar? Does that sound familiar to you? Interesting. Wonder who talks like that. Everyone on Wall Street? Okay. I don't care where you sell. I don't care where you get rid of your short here. Care-o-meter equals 0 of where you sell. I don't care where you sell here. It just doesn't matter. It just simply doesn't matter. I don't care. So just to show you how much it actually moved here, it broke 131.42 and dropped to 130.57 on one 5-minute candle. So less than 5 minutes, obviously, it took to get there. So the stock basically dropped 90 cents. That's your money. For me, for me, I don't even need to write it down here. It dropped to 126.45. You're using the top and bottom of this candle. You could have trailed it. You could have done whatever. You could do whatever you want. You could get creative. To me, the most important part of a trade is an entry. And also the important part of trading is we try to focus on the thickest names on Wall Street so you don't run into the guru scalping off the room. That's another problem that you guys are probably unaware of. You're like, what? Do you know, like, if you take a $5 name and it trades like 10 million shares, that's $50 million. So what these rooms do is when they have a bunch of people with a lot of buying power, the guru can short, 20, 30, 40,000 shares, call out a short in the room, and the stock can drop a dime, and the guru's up 2 to 4 grand like that just by opening up his mouth. Oh, you didn't think Mark Melnick knew the tricks after 13 years of what all the scumbags on Wall Street did? You didn't think I was aware? And if any guru out there gets offended by one word I'm saying, you are the problem. You are the problem. It's kind of funny because some gurus come and they complain to T3 when I do videos like this. They're like, I think Mark is talking about that dude with the mustache and ponytail. Or I think Mark's talking about that dude. Yeah, okay, maybe. I'm not using anyone's name. You want to disagree? If you want to disagree with me, email me, mark at t3live.com. Just come right at me, bro. Just come right at me. Tell me that you're mad at me because I am actually blowing away with a fan all the smoke and mirrors and garbage that you have created that has hurt so many people. And what have you done? Have you tried to evolve? Have you tried to better yourself? Have you tried to evolve your strategies to help people during these hard times? How did it affect you? Were you staying up at night looking at strategies for hours, losing sleep because you want to help all the people around you? Was that you? No, that's me. That's me. That's me. You see these black circles under my eyes? You see these black circles? It might be hard to see. Raccoon eyes? It's because I don't sleep anymore. Because I'm trying to figure out stuff like this to help you. So really, if I'm offended, reach out to me. Reach out to me. Let's discuss it. Let's discuss what you're doing. But they know what they're doing is wrong. They know what they're doing borderlines evil. You know how I react when people are having a tough time in my room? It kills me. And I do videos and I try to lift them back up from where they were. Not with another course, not with another BS video. Real help that's working now. That's why I'm showing you guys this strategy right now. Usually this strategy would never be shared for you, but I do care about helping people out there. So that's Roku. Okay? That's Roku. It hit the exponential 8. You shorted it through the 5. Now you could wait for it to hit this blue line on the 15-minute. It never does it. You don't have a trade. You move on. Now we get into the lower conviction stuff here. We're going to go through Apple and Tesla, both long trades. Both long trades. So we're going to talk about Apple. Apple hits a 15-minute bar right over here at 130, between 115 and 130 when it breaks 307.72. You're looking at the 15-minute here of Apple. Hits the yellow line right here. And in this case, it hits the blue line. So it actually gives you two trades finally. We'll go through both of them. Did any of you guys see this on Friday? What if I told you the Newsbeat live room is giving you this information before the vast majority of Wall Street? What if I told you that we were near the bottom of this candle here that spiked up on calling out this Apple news here? That would have been interesting. What a coincidence. We were watching it that morning. So right over here, exponential 8 on the 15-minute of Apple. Let's go talk about it. Let's go talk about what happened here. You could just see on right over here, the highlighted bars are right over there. So it breaks 307.72 on Apple. So when it breaks, so it actually happened right over here. This is a perfect example on Apple because I believe if I'm looking at this correctly, this would have been likely a trade where you lost money. And I think this trade is actually very important to focus on for the strategy because I need you to see what a loss looks like. You thought I used, those people who they use the bathroom in the morning and a floral bouquet comes out of them and birds start chirping and the sun comes out. Yeah, let's be a little realistic here, okay? So right over here, the stock starts breaking through 307.72, right over there, right over here. And what you're doing is you're waiting for the next 5-minute breakout, which actually happens right over here. Whoops. Let's get a straight line. Right over there. So that would be your entry on the green candle as it breaks out, and your stop loss would actually, and when I say stop loss, this is your worst stop loss. This should be the worst case scenario. It goes up a little and then drops and probably stops you out. Let's see exactly what it would have looked like. So right over here, the top of this candle is 307.84 and 307.35. So you're actually risking 49 cents. Let's call it 50 cents. You're risking like 49 cents or 50 cents in Apple. You're buying right here through 307.84. It goes as high as 307.97. It goes 13 cents in your favor. which is generally not enough money to scalp Apple options, or you're probably not going to really scalp common stock through too well through there, and then it flushes down. If you had a 5-minute trail, you would have gone stopped out at 307.65. You would have lost 19 cents, and if you waited for your full stop, you would have lost that full 49 cents. So again, perfect example right over here of entry and stop of actually stopping you out. But I did make some wonderful claim. This wonderful, gotta chill on that font, bro. So I made some wonderful claim that this strategy is majorly effective, but that's what a stop looks like right there on the strategy. Now, in this case, going back to the 15-minute, it actually hit the 21 right over here when it broke 306.73. It hit the blue line. So remember, back to the strategy, you're using the 8 or 21 on the 15-minute chart. You could use any one of them. You could use both of them. I like using both of them. Sometimes in some examples they won't happen. Sometimes they will. So it breaks right here at 306.73. And let's go ahead and see what happens when it breaks 306.73 for the first time. It actually happens right over here where you break 306.64. So back to our drawing, it actually hits right over here. So this is, again, back to the 5-minute chart. It hit right over there on the 15-minute. You're buying through the next 5-minute breakout, which in this case is, I'm just zooming in for your viewing pleasure. You would be buying right over here with a stop right over there. Watch, is the font going to be ridiculous again? Nope. Entry, stop. Make that color red. Okay, entry and stop. So in this case, the stock bottomed out for the day. You would have been risking 48 cents to be exact. You would have bought through. It would have never looked back, and it would have opened down here, would have put you up money. You would have never been down money the entire time. Now, I'm not insinuating you held it through the Apple news flow, which we called out early in the Newsbeat live room. Welcome to a trading room that fights to get you news flow in the most time-like fashion possible. But right over here, you have a beautiful move to like 307.93. It basically just keeps every 5-minute bars keeps breaking up, even up until here, before it pulls back a little and then explodes higher. But you're pretty much buying there. You can't really beat that. You can't really beat that. So in the case of Apple, if you tried this strategy, you would have batted 1 for 2. Notice that on every single chart I'm showing you, I'm trying to take the 8 and 21 where applicable. See that? I'm not sugarcoating and eliminating one to make my numbers look good. So far on our list, and I'm going to show you one more really good example, then I'm going to share with you how you could see this happen next week for free inside a live trading room and watch things like this called out. All right. So we're going to go through Tesla. Last but not least, we're going to go through Tesla long. So here's Tesla on the 15-minute chart. I'll just erase my trend lines here. And you can see that Tesla hits right over here on the 15-minute. Hits at the end of the day. See, like normally when it hits at 345, I tend to ignore it. But for the sakes of not sugarcoating anything, I will go over that. You can see it clearly hit the yellow line and the blue line, which is the exponential 8 and 21 moving average on a 15-minute chart. Okay. So it hits right over here at 1245 for the first time right over here. And let's look at what happens. It breaks 816.84 right over there. So as soon as it breaks 816.84, we go to the 5-minute chart. And this is the first 5-minute candle here that breaks 816.84. I'm just going to pull up chart as, you know, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. I think it's worth more because I think I'm going to nail this strategy in your head. And when you see me do it in real time, you're going to fall in love with me. And we're gonna just who knows? Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe you'll buy me dinner. We'll see what happens. But I can't really put words in your mouth. Okay, so right over here, you're waiting. Right over here is the candlestick that breaks the exponential 8 on a 15-minute chart. Right over there is right over here is the candle that breaks it. So what you're waiting for this point is the next time one of these 5-minute bars break out, because now we're translating on the 5-minute chart, and you could clearly see it actually breaks right over here. So on this big green bar right here, that would be your entry on this green bar right there. This green bar would be your entry. Your stop would be right over there. Okay, so just so we're clear, on Tesla, entry stop, we'll just call it E. Oh my God, again with the monster font. We'll call it just, we'll just use capital E and capital S for entry stop, okay? You guys cool with that abbreviation? So let me tell you, on a name like Tesla, when I'm buying through, I don't like holding Tesla too long. It's very volatile. It can move up and down 3, 4, 5 points like that. So when I get a trade, and you'll learn this about me in the Newsbeat live room that shoots up like this, just to tell you what shoots up like this looks like, it happened right over here. You'd be buying stock through 1860. I like to buy options. The stock literally bounced $2.99. Let's call it $3 immediately on a 5-minute bar. The 820 calls at that point probably would have went up around $1.25 to $1.50, probably more closer to $1.50 because it was in the middle of the day on a Friday. What does that mean in English? It means like if you bought 5 option contracts at $4 or $3, let's say $3, you bet 1,500 bucks. Just making it up, right? I'm not going to look up what the option value is, just to give you a mental generalization here. If you bought 5 option contracts, it costs you $1,500. In less than 5 minutes, you're up 750 bucks. And I know it goes a little higher on the next candle, then dips and goes higher again, but I'm just saying, take the money. I can't tell you to buy or sell security legally, but that's where I like to take the money. I don't like to make things complex. And I'm a little bit heavier in Tesla than that on a Friday. And look, if you're comfortable taking 50 contracts, you'll make a quick 7,500 bucks. And you don't need a lot of capital to make it. You don't need a lot of capital to make that. So that would be Tesla. And now I want to show you the thing right over here where it actually hit the 21 moving average between 3:30 and 3:45 p.m. Again, I try to avoid these when it happens right at the end of the day because, then you're stuck in a weird position where do you want to overnight it? Do you want to ignore the overnight? Like you're stuck in that sort of weird mentality. But let me show you anyway. So it hits right over here. It flushes 8:15.22. It breaks 8:15.22 right over here. Then on the next bar breaks 8:18.74, giving you just a beautiful $2.50 move to the upside, little over 2.50 bucks, $2.53. Call 2.50 bucks. 5 minutes. Right at the end of the day, you probably made 150% of your money. If you're buying weekly expiration Tesla calls, if you're scalping stock, you're up 2.50 bucks immediately as you're entering through here. Do you really want to stop down there? You would probably get stopped out sooner, but it just opened up down here and shot straight up. So you weren't down money on these time frames. Shoots up and works. So let's go back. And I know it's a small sample size, and I know I could go over a larger sample size, but my whole point is and these are the names I went over Friday, very unbiased. I'm not cherry picking anything. I showed you, I'm happy that one of the trades would have stopped you out because I think it's very nice to show an example of a failing trade. But I showed you Uber, it worked. Just to recap, Uber worked 1 for 1. Then afterwards, we showed you Roku, which we were oh, that was something that was the beautiful email. Then we show you Roku, which you could have stopped and entered, and it only worked. It didn't hit the 21, so that worked. So far, we chose two names in which are 2 for 2. Afterwards, we showed you Apple, which had two setups, which you would have batted 1 for 2. So far, we gave you three names and you're 3 for 4 on our setup. And last but not least, we actually showed you Tesla, and in this case, it would have worked on Tesla on the 8 and 21. So that would have been two trades. I would have avoided the 21, but like I said, I don't want to cherry pick. I don't want to back talk. I don't want to talk what you I don't want to whatever. I wanted to show you everything, and that would have been two trades. That would have been 5 for 6 on the four names. That is 83%. 83 and a third percent. This strategy is working 82% right now on the Newsbeat names we pick. On the Newsbeat names we pick, this is a strategy that's working now. This is a strategy that you don't have to boast what you did in the past. It's almost like I feel some of these traders, after they have a good trading day, it's almost like they hang a plaque on their wall and say, "This was my great trading day." And then when they blast out and destroy the people around them, they just still look at the plaque on the wall instead of the problem right in front of them. I am going to offer you right now a free week at Newsbeat Live. There's a free open house that we are having for you. It's going to be next week between Monday and Friday. Come check us out. I'm going to just go ahead and show you the link. Yeah, in order to get my face to look like that, it required a lot of photoshopping, believe me. Man, had to really hire an expert for that one. And it just basically says here, with a little hard work, I believe anyone can follow my strategies and see amazing results. I do believe that. I do believe that with every ounce of my being. I do believe that people can follow these strategies. I tried to give you easy things where you don't need hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of education in order to master. Another photoshopped picture of me. God, I love Photoshop. Makes you wonder what Adobe stock is doing. Probably buy some shares. Amazing. Yeah, of course. Can make my face look like that. You're definitely trading high. Anyway, going back to the point, all kidding aside, we are having a free open house. I'm going to show you how to do these strategies. And if you like strategies like that, I'm going to show you more strategies that are actually working right now in this current environment. We're not going to charge you an arm and a leg. We're not going to nickel and dime you for them. Come see why. We're the #1 trading room here at T3 Live. Come see why more traders find consistency in a new home here in the Newsbeat Live room. Come see why traders are trying to have their lives change. Come see why that I did a 2.5 hour video yesterday that focused on traders' problems, which are helping them self-identify things that they have to follow and things that they have to eliminate to get to the next level. Come see why you have a guru doing this for you. Come see why it's people like you that make us the best. So I want to thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Happy trading, make money. We have an orientation tomorrow where I'll be sharing two new strategies with you. It's Sunday at 2 p.m. The only way to get in is to actually sign up for the open house. So definitely come in now. If you like the strategy, we're going to give you two more. Two more strategies tomorrow that are working this market if you enjoy ideas like this. And then we're going to give you a week and actually let you see them work in real time. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Happy trading, make money. I'll see most of you guys tomorrow, Sunday, 2 p.m. in the Newsbeat Live Room for the Orientation Open House. Next week for the Newsbeat Live Open House. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'm telling you right now, like if you did not buy your mother anything, go to the supermarket, wear a mask, wait online, whatever you have to do, go buy your mother something. Go say thanks for the people that brought you into this world. I would like to just show gratitude and appreciation for all mothers out there, all the mothers that, members of the Newsbeat Live Room who are mothers, all mothers to be, people who take care of even pets, people who are mothers to anyone, just female caretakers out there who really make the world a better place to live in. So I want to just say from the bottom of my heart in the Newsbeat Live Room, thank you. We appreciate you. Happy trading, make money. I'll see you guys tomorrow and after tomorrow on the Newsbeat live trading broadcast. Have a